Something interesting, a friend gave me a Lenovo power supply similar to this one, 90 watts. They said when they plugged it in, it made a very loud bang and then didn't work after that. I've got it here to take a look at. To open it up, after prying for a while at the seams with no luck, I used a hacksaw to cut a slot in one of the corners, then a flat blade screwdriver to pry it open, and that was able to crack the glue. Here it is, what I found inside it. The main capacitor is blown. The fuse is blown, and there's marks there on the housing. You can see where stuff's blown out of it. There's an ant. Interesting though, it looks like someone's been in here before. The main capacitor has what looks like touched up soldering, and there's a little bit of flux residue. Additionally, the input rectifier down here also looks like it's had soldering touched up. The glue has been picked away from this area, and when matching up to the housing, this dot here is visible there. There is a mark that shows glue was in this area, but it's not there now. It's very strange. Also on this part, it's like someone has modified this in a rough way. I don't know why that would be. It's where the output cable connects. There's also a solder splash there. So has somebody been in this before, replaced the capacitor and the rectifier and possibly the output cable, and then put it into a newer housing, a newer version than this one. It's very strange. I've removed the parts that are for sure blown, the capacitor and the fuse. I've also removed the input bridge rectifier, and I suspect that this going bad is the reason that the capacitor exploded. Let's test it. I've drawn a diagram of what is inside bridge rectifier, and we can use the multimeter on diode mode to determine whether this is okay or not. So this will tell us the forward voltage of the diodes. And so if we go from the second pin, so it's this one here, forward direction, that's okay. Reverse direction, not okay. If we look at this one, forward direction, that's okay. Reverse direction, open as we expect. So that diode there is fine. Tick. This one here, forward direction is fine. Reverse direction, not fine. This one here, forward direction, fine. Reverse, fine. So that one there is alright. So it looks like two diodes have burnt out or shorted out. Let's check that again. Forward direction's fine. Reverse, that's not fine, should be open. And this one, reverse direction, that's not fine. Forward direction. So this is the probable cause of the capacitor exploding. that would have put fairly unrectified voltage onto this capacitor, because that's providing a direct path between the AC terminals and the DC terminals. Let's see if we can get this working again by putting in a good rectifier. So I've bodged in some new parts. We've got a capacitor there, a new input rectifier, and a fuse tacked in there. Got the multimeter up the top there on the main DC bus, and we've got this one here on the output voltage, and we'll plug it in and see what happens. I'm going to put this blast shield over it just for good measure. Let's go. Yeah, it looks like it's all sorted. 20 volts output. Interesting input voltage. It must have some kind of power factor boosting going on. Let's see what happens if we unplug. Does it last a while? There's no load on it. So it looks like the only problem was that rectifier going short. No other issues. I do wonder if this was some sort of remanufactured, repaired thing that was then sold as a brand new replacement power supply to some unsuspecting person, when it was actually something dodgy that had already been damaged and repaired and put in a new case and made to look good. Very strange. Alright, that's it for now.